Hello and welcome to yet another interesting podcast interview and session. We're very, very pleased to have you come and witness very important topics that we're going to talk about today in our very anticipated and highly awaited session. Before we start off, I would like to welcome you to this very anticipated session. My name is Ramon Leon. I'm the English coordinator at Colegio de las Américas. Behind our camera and in controls, we have Arnaldo Sainz, our producer. And as I mentioned, the idea of having very important figures from our society is to not only have this educational purpose, but also to let you know the aspects that Ensenada has to offer in both history, also in culture, and to show the world how much we have to offer educational wise. So having said that, I would like also to remind you to like and subscribe. This is our Think Forward podcast that is school-based, students-based, and educational purpose is to bring forward what we can do here in our campus. So, without further ado, I am very, very happy to pleased to introduce to you our guest today. His name is Dr. Edmundo Ruiz, and he is the current director of this very important building and our mecca for culture in society, which is Museo de Cracol. So Edmundo, again, I can't thank you enough for taking the time for being with us today.
You're welcome, Ramon. Just to make a precision here,
Yes.
I'm not a doctor.
I
just have
apologize.
my master's, but yeah, I don't want to.
Okay, soon.
Yeah, hopefully
Excellent.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Wikipedia is not so trustful, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mostly I understand the mistake because a lot of people here in our museum or patrons or board of directors, there are a lot of doctors, there are a lot of people with PhD, so they're very involved in the scientific community.
Right.
So it is very normal for people
Right.
to think that everybody there is a doctor, but yeah.
You are a doctor in
Not
our
yet.
minds
Yeah.
today, right? Excellent. And also doing some research, I noticed that you are very active in our community. Particularly, I like the rehabilitation of the Tara monument that I believe you took place in it.
Yeah, that was a project with friends. It started with friends a long
great.
time ago, probably 19 years ago. We got together. We were talking about how we want to improve Ensenada, like these talks that
Excellent.
some people like to have, and we try to do something about it, to actually go beyond the words and start doing
Excellent.
things. So we started doing this this exercise where we went to restaurants and bars and have these green drinks. It is called. It is like a talk about sustainability in the community.
Nice.
So we found out that people were very interested in this. So people were interested in helping the community and learning more, and they were eager to learn this.
Perfect.
So we found about this, and we found out that everybody had a little project and idea. So we took all the people that went there and started like working some things to make these things happen.
Wow.
So it was like a very career defining moment,
Yes,
where I said,
definitely.
okay, I want to look more into this. So we did that for many years, 3 or 4 years, and after that, we were like we had the opportunity. We knew some people that in Tijuana that were doing something very
Similar.
very similar, and they told us, okay, we're not just a part of here. You're not alone. There's a lot of people in the whole world that
Are
do this,
interested.
and we are all connected, and we can share you all the information about this community, about this network. And we started like a network of called Global Shapers.
Excellent.
It is
Oh, that's a powerful name right there.
yeah, Global Shapers. It sounds very, very powerful,
Yes.
and it is the people behind this is the World Economic Forum.
Oh, I see.
So it is based in Switzerland, and they have this a lot of big stakeholders that support them and give them training and tell them, okay, this is the ODS, the Sustainable Development Objectives,
Right.
and this is towards what we have to do to improve the life of everybody here.
Nice. That's
So
impressive.
yeah, it was like a happy accident that everything was connected and people saw us what we were doing. Say, hey, you're not alone.
Perfect.
There's a lot of knowledge about this, so we want to open Ensenada to.
Exactly. So
So,
it's interesting how things manifest, right? I am a highly believer on that things happen for a reason. No, as a matter of fact, which is why you are here, right? I wasn't aware of such a innovative project.
Yeah, probably it's not about a lot of but the museum, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
that is what it brought me here and,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
made me look towards.
I would really want to ask you because I'm not a native. I was born and raised in Tijuana, but I consider myself a native. So what you say is so true that we are all connected in some way or or another, and it only takes a small effort and a small movement to create a domino effect, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
and we're all willing to help and participate in our city. So, also speaking about innovative projects, I read something about Colmena project that
Oh.
it dealt with volunteers.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
do you mind sharing?
Yeah,
a little
sure.
bit about it?
I mean, it's not so much about the museum in that moment,
I understand.
but later I can see that how it would be useful. It was an app that we designed, the same group of friends.
Excellent.
We were talking about, hey, we have a lot of people that want to help out, but they don't know when they can do it or how they can do it. Maybe they want to chip in with some money. Maybe they want to share their time or bring their kids. So we designed this app. At the end, we never launched it because it was a lot of work and we had to work in
Excellent.
their daytime jobs. But yeah, it was something. So an app, so it could get together all the initiatives that needed help, needed hands, or needed funding, and all the people that wanted to help. So because Colmena Beehive, it is like a perfect example of community.
Exactly.
Like they don't have all the same abilities or the same resources or but everybody works towards a same goal, that is protecting the queen for the beehive or protecting the community for everybody.
I understand. Yes, that was one of the facts that really got my attention. The name, because as you mentioned, no, the beehive really not only does it host the queen bee, but it also has a network of assistants, right?
Yeah.
That it's a perfect example of community.
Yeah.
So that it brought me my attention because I'm sorry, the fact that it's based in Ensenada and it's entrepreneurship, I was very intrigued by it, and I hope you don't mind. It was a great opener.
Yeah, of course.
As you can see, it's not related to the museum itself, but I really wanted to get it out there for my sake and also for the community's sake, so we can see that they can see, and we can all benefit from the great contributions that you and others have made possible in our city. And I was also reading that according to Semarnap, there's and also some they call it social environmental investigations. It turns out that give or take around 40% of the local population of Ensenada are not really quite aware of the flora and fauna and all the rich diversity that we have in Ensenada. And that is what Museo de Cracol bridges, right? And that's our main topic that we would like to discuss to you and to our lovely audience. And So could you start by telling us about the different characteristics and features that the museum has to offer to our population?
Yeah, of course. And I won't tell this is not like a commercial or an ad or anything, but it is. I get very excited when I talk about the museum because
Excellent.
we do a lot of things about. We're trying to promote and show the diversity of fauna, flora, and everything here in our area. We have our objective is to have always the Hall of the Earth that we talk about all this, but also we have the Hall of the Ocean. We are working towards getting an aquarium. That
Oh,
is
I
our
see.
biggest goal. That is our biggest promise to the community of Ensenada, and we are working very actively towards it. 5 or 6 years ago, we started doing the first part of the aquarium. That is called we call it Galeria Previa or Sala de Mar, the Ocean's Hall.
How interesting.
And we have there's some part of the local fauna there, and something very very interesting to see how the kids can now see everything that is inside of the ocean and can know what are the species that are here located in Ensenada, in
True,
Baja,
true.
in the state. So we are very very interested in like showing everybody how important it is that we preserve these flora and fauna. And actually, we just started working towards a garden that it will be our first hall.
Wow.
It is like when you arrive to the museum, we just started like a garden, just something similar to what we did with Tara with native plants.
Correct.
And it is maybe you can see it in a lot of people because my generation, my parents' generation, when they talk about gardens or something like that, you think about something about you see in somewhere else. No, that is very big and very green
That
and
is correct.
everything, a lot
Yes,
of
yes.
grass. But there's a lot of plants, native plants that are beautiful, and they are made to be working here.
That
So
is correct.
so it works as a place where local fauna can come there too. There, I was talking to the gardener that did this for us
Mhm.
last year, and he was very 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 excited because we started seeing all these different kind of bees.
Arriving.
Bees are very very important, very very important. I think we all know that bees are the one of the main
Pollinators.
indicators that that a place is safe and it is in a
That
good
is correct.
condition. And if bees disappear, we all go with them. So we have to take very good care of them. So when we were talking about, we were walking around the garden, and then we started seeing all these different kind of bees, not just the ones that make the honey, but
Correct.
there are more than 300 different native
Wow.
species of bees. So they are very, 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 and it is very important
Impressive.
that people know that doing native plants and doing native fauna and flora, it is very, very important for the nature.
That is correct.
Mhm.
It's a wonderful way to start, right?
Mhm.
First with what we have and such an important element, which is
Mhm.
our the pollination,
Yeah.
and then with, needless to say, with new and let's say attractions to the museum or options, which is a garden, right?
Yeah.
That's a really good point
Mhm.
because if you think about it, and as I did my research, I'd focus more on Earth. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Earth, space, and also
ocean.
the sea, in
Yeah.
the ocean. And so
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting a garden.
Yeah, a garden. It is
Wow.
like a little bit introduction of what
Mhm.
we can do. But the Earth, we talk about since the beginning of time, how everything becomes like what we see right
Correct.
now. But then we also talk about right now we were talking about dinosaurs and
Mhm.
how they were here in this area, but also how they are still here with us.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
yes,
is-
yes.
We talk about history. We talk about nature. We talk about the present, future, past, everything.
And what a
Uh-huh.
perfect way to start
Mhm.
with Mother Nature, no?
Yeah,
With our flora and
exactly.
fauna. So tell us, what can the public expect in when it comes to the educational adventure and experience?
A museum, it is very very important for the society, not just Museo Caracol, but all the museums. They are
Correct.
like informal education for the community, and we have something for everyone. I mean, the
Correct.
kids are usually more amused by what they can see because they are discovering everything, and you take them to a new place and they're amused by little things, and
Definitely.
their perception is way more open than for an adult. But in the museum we try to gather for everyone. Like we want to see the adult learning something new, because it is hard to
Yeah.
catch some adults attention, because we are
Or
very,
relearning, right?
yeah, relearning. It is the hardest thing, because we like to, we rather think that everybody is wrong than to admit that
That is
something
correct.
we learned a long time ago was incorrect. And science is something, it is promoted by science that we can question ourselves, and then we relearn new things.
That is
So
correct.
we try to promote that too. That I know that people, they told us this thing about the nature a long time ago, but maybe it got proved
That,
wrong.
yes, which
Mm.
are some cases, no? The
Yeah.
scientific method is um, shows that. So, what can an adult expect? Like, for example, as you mentioned, um, and as I went through the portal and the in very interesting pages, I might add, it's highly interactive. So it's very valuable. The simple fact that the student can actually not only interact but bring the information from the books into reality, and not only that, but local reality, right?
Mm.
And as a parent, what is what can an adult or a parent expect from visiting your museum?
It is a little bit different, right? The
The
adult
approach,
part, or
yes,
the parent. If you see an adult, they can learn a lot. But
yes,
if you, as a parent, you can go to the museum with your kids, and it is not only something that they will enjoy, but
absolutely,
something that you can enjoy too, because you will be learning a lot of things, and you can be sure that the attention you're going to receive will be uh, first world. First world.
yes,
The people that work there, they're very passionate about sharing all the knowledge that they have, and there's a lot of knowledge there in the museum. I mean, we are supported, and we work with CICESE and UNAM, UABC, and a lot of research centers here in Ensenada, and they bring us all this information, and we, as a museum, as the team for divulgación, we have to shoot this knowledge, and
correct,
put it like in an easy way for kids to understand, but also an adults understand, and maybe they can see it and play with it, and they will be able to learn something new. So
correct.
so as a parent, you can bring them, like you bring them somewhere fun, like
Hmm.
to a place where they can play, or they can run and everything. But this is a place where they will enjoy, certainly, and they also learn, and they will have activities that will enrich.
Definitely. And
Uh-huh.
I must say that I was surprised with. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned your team and also the collaborators, because one of the things that really got my attention was production wise.
Mhm.
It looked very professional. It was highly interactive, and it wasn't what I expected. I think it went beyond my expectations when it came to mm, the technology provided. Is very well tailored, as you mentioned, for not only kids but for adults, and just as a whole, the very good production and attention that goes into each and every detail.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I will. Hopefully, my team sees this, and I
They
know
will.
that I really am impressed by their abilities, because we have many kinds of people working there, like many careers. We have people that are very into science, that are
Okay.
biologists. We also have some the best designers ever. We have a small team, but they do wonders. Like the last two halls that we opened, that is Dinosaurs Among Us, and the Sharks exhibit, what we that we opened last March. They were all made
Wow.
by our designers.
Interesting.
And it's not only what you see like in the picture and everything. It is a work of getting all the information and read on it, and once and once and once again, until it is finally done. And also we talk to the people, that we have educators there, that,
Uh,
and not only there, but also social services and internships that they do from educators, that tailor all the information to activities and to interactives and
Oh, that
everything.
explains it.
That yeah, they say, okay, this is going to develop these areas of knowledge that are in
Are you
the
listening,
in the
parents?
in the national program. This is tailoring this and this. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. And we have other activities that, okay, dinosaurs opens the door for much knowledge. So we're going to do all these activities where they can not only develop their brain but also their physical
Right. Abilities.
abilities. Yeah, like the finest
Oh,
motor. Yeah, so
that explains a lot.
yeah,
Yes.
we try to we know that our main public or main focus is the childhood.
Correct.
It is all the people that are in school that are developing. So we want to wake up all this curiosity for knowledge about how everything works. So I think we're tailoring to that. So that's
Wow.
why we
That
really
is
focus on
impressive.
that.
Excellent, excellent. And I'm glad you touched that point. From what you have told us, and we gather that there are a lot of attention, effort, money, time is put into the project, and you can see it. What are you most proud of that you can say from your time as a director there? What are you most proud of?
This is very hard to answer
I imagine.
because it has to be everything as a whole.
Mhm.
Because it is like this. It doesn't work if it doesn't have all the three
Elements,
legs. Yeah,
excellent.
if it doesn't have the 3 legs or the 4 legs, it falls down. So we have like a very very good design team or very good for the interactives and the education, and but we also have like a very good team that does the attention to the public, and they do a lot of training. It seems like very easy, like, oh yeah, just bring some kids from school. They do their social services, they do their internships, and they'll be happy to just do here. But it is a lot of work
I
that our team.
understand.
We have 3 people that work there like day and night until they
Wow.
got the training for all these kids that are coming to the museum. So they get trained how they should speak to people, how they should attend, like if something happens, what they should do. They do hours and hours of training. It doesn't you may not think about it, but once you see it and you pay attention to it, you know that they are trained, that they are
Wow.
not just improvised, and they do it because they love it,
Love it.
because it is their social service. But at the end they have like a very strong identity with the museum, and they go out, and I'm very proud that they are going to do a great job wherever they are because they are well trained. So it
Sure.
is like this part. It is not a special team or a special person that I'm proud of. I'm really proud of the whole team because they work very well together.
Perfect. So you heard that, team.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's very proud of you. Very, very well. Again, there's nothing, as you can say, no, it's everything has to fall into place with the correct people and with obviously with all the work that goes behind it. And in that note, what would you like to, before we wrap this session up, what would you like to tell our parents or our kids that are watching this episode that can motivate them and interest them in visiting your highly appraised museum?
Well, there are a lot of things that I could tell them. That probably the main thing is that I know that the kids go with the school to the museum, and probably they are telling you like, "Hey, I want to go back, and please take me to the museum." Please do, because it is very different how they perceive things with their classmates. Which usually kids are very well behaved when they're with their classmates and they pay a lot of attention. But when they experience that with their parents, they make a bond, because now you'll see the same things that they are seeing, and you'll understand what they are mostly interested in.
That is
So we try something to wake up this curiosity among the visitors. And if they do it with you, with parents, with their family, I think it's going to, you're going to see how interested the kids are, and you can guide them towards that, or you can see what is their new interest, or what will be their new interest.
That is correct, and you never know what kind of abilities you might awaken in a child, right?
Yeah,
In this
exactly.
case, and what are the benefits of visiting with your parents is that it's a great conversation tip for the table instead of everybody being busy with their telephones and
Yeah,
such.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes,
it takes you out of the telephone because
definitely.
mostly our interactives, they do have some interaction with the cell phone because
Mhm.
there are some information that we cannot put in one wall
Correct.
and we have
Yeah, the
to
QR codes, I
yeah.
saw that. Yes.
Yeah, but at the end, it takes you off from the cell phone and
Mhm.
makes you
Yes.
enjoy everything that is put together because there are ambience, there are some sounds, it's very whole, very
Yes,
holistic.
definitely.
Mhm,
Very, very complete.
mhm.
And again, we can go on and on about his wonderful team and what the museum has to
Mhm.
offer, but there's a very important element that, as anything in life, we have to experience it. So I cannot um, promote it enough until one visits it.
Mhm.
So if you have a couple of minutes that you can spend with your family or just by yourself, I highly advise you to take the time in cultivating our minds and actually getting to know this beautiful city and what we have to offer. Right?
Yeah, yeah, we're always working towards bringing new things.
That is correct.
Actually, right now we're going to bring next month an exhibition that only comes to only goes to big cities, to Mexico City,
Is
Guadalajara,
that
Monterrey.
so?
It is very interesting. It is about the human body. It is we
Anatomy.
have human bodies, actual human bodies that were donated to science,
Is that so?
and then they are preserved like in plastic. So they're plastified. Everything's plastified, but you can
Wow.
see all the inside, and maybe you see like, oh, this not good for kids, but it's actually very
Very,
tailored
yes.
for kids from elementary school, middle school, high school, because they will see it not with this.
From a different
Yeah, yeah,
perspective, and
very
it's a
very
very
science oriented,
definitely,
with
and
a lot of
it's
respect.
mhm,
This the only thing they ask from us is that we protect the bodies and people respect them.
definitely.
It is something that they go appreciate what science has done, so we can know how everything works.
Wow.
So you'll get a very good attraction that, and we're working towards that, like to bring something very very interesting to Ensenada. Probably it's not as big as other cities, but it's very very important that the people here know about this.
Excellent. So you
Mhm,
heard it, my beautiful people.
mhm,
You heard it here first, a premiere.
mhm,
We're highly looking forward to that
mhm.
because it's a very interesting topic, as you say. It's part of the curriculum,
Yeah,
the school curriculum
yeah.
at any level. So, well, I'm pretty sure it will be yet another success.
Mm.
And before we wrap this session up, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to tell us and collaborate with us because, as I mentioned, as you say, Ensenada has a lot of things to offer, educational wise, and in many other aspects, and it only gets a certain elements or people to get together so we can display it and show our city and the world.
Mhm.
And I'm very sure that our beautiful audience is now fully aware of not only the things that you have done, which we congratulate you for that, but also what the amazing things that Museo del Caracol has well put together, I might add. And again, congratulations to you and your beautiful team.
Thank you very much.
So something very important. What about we know about what it has to offer. What about the prices and all those logistics when it comes to tours, guided tours? Do we have to contact you beforehand?
Yeah, you can call the office, and there will be always people to help you out and give you a good price for
A special
the whole
offer
team.
if you
Yeah, of
mention this
course.
episode?
Of course.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But I do want to congratulate your work, your
Thank
team's
you.
work, and thank you for taking the time for
Yeah.
having this
Right
very
now
amusing conversation.
that you said about the prices, and
Yes.
of course this we have to charge. We will love
Definitely,
to
yes.
not to charge, and everybody will be coming in, but we are a nonprofit, so when what we charge is just the minimum that we can offer because we want to bring more things to us. We are a nonprofit. Everything goes back to the community, goes back to the museum. So
Yes,
it's
so
always
that's
misunderstood for us.
no, I'm
Yeah.
very sure a very vast majority of the people can understand how our contributions
Exactly.
can't even come close to what educational values and contributions you have to do
Yeah.
to put such a well organized.
Yeah, every person that comes in makes us very happy because we're working towards something bigger
That's
than.
right. Again, thank you very much. Allow me to shake your hand. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to
And
meet you,
before we wrap this up, just to remind our audience to like and subscribe. We are very happy to see you partaking in this school project that is done with lots of love and also brought to you from our very own campus. So again, thank you very much. Until the next time,
Thank you very much.
we hope to see you soon.